initiative which we have taken, which is called Connect and Empower. And this initiative holds a special place for us as it recognizes, or we attempt to recognize, rather I say that we attempt to recognize and celebrate your invaluable contribution to the electric mobility and the adoption of the EV, because all of us know that EV is now taking a deeper root in India as well. Uh, as I was saying, that the objective of this platform is to create an engaging platform for learning, networking, and fostering partnership amongst the female change makers, primarily the female change makers from the diverse backgrounds. So you will find OEM people from the OEM, you will find from the research organizations, the battery, the customer, the charge point operators, the manufacturing of the scooters, cars. So if I recall the inaugural session which we had on 8th of March, I think what we want to do in this particular session, or this particular, I would say, edition, is that we would take you through. Okay, let me give you a perspective that on 12th of July last year, we had rebranded ourselves called GLIDA. So, earlier we were known as Fortum Charge and Drive, and we branded ourselves as GLIDA on 12th July 2023. And this date we chose because we wanted to celebrate that one also. And as a part of that celebration, we would also premiere the brand film which we have created. And at this platform will be first time releasing that brand film. It's about 7 to 8 minutes brand film. So we will start with that one, and post that we will start, interacting with each other. So Tuhina, if we can start with the brand film. So this is the first time, and then after this we will start using the brand film in the different platform. And there is a reason behind why we have chosen this platform to release or to premiere our brand film. I would keep that to the last, that why we have chosen this platform. I hope by seeing the brand film, you will probably get a sense that why we have chosen this particular Connect and Empower platform to showcase or premiere our brand film. So Tuhina.
आराम से आओ बेटा.
Sorry for the glitter.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Sound नहीं.
Why?
There is no sound. There is no sound.
Can you
Pause. We don't hear, na?
You will not hear from my laptop. Just a quick understanding. Are you guys able to hear the sound of the video?
No.
No. Yes.
आराम से आओ बेटा. आराम
Now
से
we can.
आराम से आओ. आराम से आओ.
Now-
सीधा आओ. सीधा. अरे नहीं राइट लो. हाँ सीधा आओ. सीधा नहीं लेफ्ट लो. लेफ्ट. हाँ सीधा. हाँ सीधा आओ. आओ. राइट लो. हल्का राइट लो. राइट लेफ्ट. हाँ आओ. सीधा आओ. आओ.
और लेफ्ट. अरे यार. हाँ जी पापा. इशिता, तुझे समझ नहीं आता है क्या? मैं फोन काट रही हूँ, तू बार-बार फोन किए जा रही है.
अनु सुन ना. हेलो.
क्या है?
अनु रिजल्ट आ गया.
हाँ?
हेलो अनु आवाज आ रही है? हेलो.
क्या किया ये? मैंने बोला था ना कि फोन. हुआ?
सॉरी पापा, सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी, छोड़ दो ना, सॉरी।
बेटा हुआ क्या है?
मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा पापा, मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, छोड़ दो ना पापा, प्लीज, सॉरी।
हुआ क्या है बेटा? अनन्या,
रिजल्ट्स आ गए पापा।
वो इंजीनियरिंग वाले? और तुमने तो कहा था कि तुम्हारे पेपर बहुत अच्छे गए हैं।
वो बात नहीं है पापा।
तो क्या बात है बेटा? अनन्या क्या बात है, बताओ ना। अरे बेटा बताओगी नहीं तो मैं समझूंगा कैसे? अनन्या,
मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा पापा, नहीं हो पाएगा। आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या? एग्जाम्स खराब हो गए, ये सुनना चाहते हो आप? नहीं गए खराब, ठीक है, सुन लिया। और अगर अच्छे चले भी गए ना, तो फर्क क्या पड़ता है यार? अगर मैं सेलेक्ट हो भी गई ना, मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी। और अगर गलती से इंजीनियर बन भी गई ना, तभी शायद कुछ ढंग का नहीं कर पाऊंगी मैं। एक गाड़ी तक रिवर्स नहीं। मुझे बस डर लग रहा है।
डर तो मुझे भी लग रहा है बेटा। मैं तुम्हारा ख्याल नहीं रख पाऊंगा। तुम बड़ी हो गई हो, कॉलेज अकेले पढ़ने जा रहे हो, खुद से खुद का ख्याल रखोगे, ड्राइविंग भी सीख ली, मुझे मॉल छोड़ने के लिए भी नहीं बोलोगी। अब शायद तुम्हें मेरी जरूरत कम पड़ेगी। मैं बिना तुम्हारी जरूरत के क्या करूंगा? बेटा ये जो फ्यूचर है ना, ये डर से नहीं बनता, ये बनता है भरोसे से, विश्वास से। और भरोसा ये है कि जब तू कॉलेज से छुट्टियों पे कभी घर आएगी तो कम से कम मैं तुझे पिकअप करने जाऊंगा। ठीक है, मैं तुझे नहीं, तू मुझे मॉल छोड़ देना। मतलब किसी ना किसी तरह मैं तेरे काम आ सकूंगा। मेरा भरोसा है कि तुम जीवन में जब भी कुछ करोगी बहुत अच्छा करोगी। तो कहानी यहां से खत्म नहीं हुई है, कहानी यहां पर शुरू हुई है आने वाले फ्यूचर के लिए।
डायलॉग बाजी करवा लो बस।
क्या 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 बोला, सुनाई नहीं दिया।
आप डायलॉग बाजी करवा लो बस, है ना?
हाँ तो इसमें क्या है मतलब
आपको बड़ा भरोसा है मेरे फ्यूचर पे ना?
हाँ हाँ क्यों नहीं होगा, क्योंकि तू ही तो मेरा फ्यूचर है।
ही पापा।
चलो चाय पी के
हाँ।
चले।
कैसी पिक्चरें देख रहे हो आप?
बेटा जैसी बना देते वैसी देख।
This was a nice movie you guys made. It actually made my eyes wet. Good one.
Really great. It's really nice.
Thank you. So now you can understand that why we have chosen this particular forum to, release this premiere, because this is more, because as we believe that EV is more feminine, and the brand film, which in fact, we are in the process of creating a mascot also, and that mascot also we have now in the process of designing that mascot. And it's because if you recall, what are those 5 attributes which we have decided that the mascot should have, right? So this was all, the power, endurance, so the purity, so we had identified those, and we are in the process of. So this was the daughter-father relationship, that, and then how uh, uh, the trust can be built, and how as the father is looking towards the future, and the daughter is the future, and how they build the trust, or they can believe in that future. That's where we build that the GLIDA, where you can trust, you can believe that GLIDA is the future, and that you can believe in that brand. So that was our thought process, and thank you for watching and honoring us to be the part of this premiere. And now we can open, we can have your feedback either during this time or at any point of time. We will be sending this brand film along with the thank you note also post the meeting, so that you can watch if you like. You can send it to your friends, family, and then now we will release it to the general public now. Right. Yeah. So I think now should I give you some updates that where are we in terms of the infrastructure. So just for information, so we have recently commissioned, and Chandani is living in Vijayawada, and Hyderabad we have inaugurated, I think the last week, our largest charging hub. So it has 102 charging points, primarily the DC chargers, and this is located very close to the airport, so near Novotel Hotel. And we will share a couple of pictures also with you. We are inaugurating that charging hub on 25th of this month. I mean, we will be sending the invite to all members of this Connect and Empower. I mean, though I know that it is not necessarily possible for everyone to travel to Hyderabad, but whosoever can come, will be very privileged to host you there on 25th. We will share you the detailed plan of the event once we finalized. What we have also done recently, because as we had taken the feedback from the previous one also, that we have started now setting up a 200 kilowatt modular chargers. So there is a 200 kilowatt charger, and then we have 5 or 6 dispensers, very good looking dispensers. During the program, we will showcase a couple of pictures so that you get a familiarity with that one. The advantage of this charger is that the gun or the connectors is very light. It's not very heavy, which normally you'll find in the other chargers, where carrying and taking out the gun and putting into the car is very difficult. So we have made it lighter, and height also of the connector is at a very accessible height, which generally is now much more convenient to handle. And obviously the power it dispense is ranging from 25 kilowatt to 150 kilowatts. So if someone is driving Tata Nexon or MZ-ZS, or for that matter, the Tata Tiago, so these chargers can service to them also fully. And if somebody is driving Audi, BMW, Kia, or Hyundai, they can also get the power at the required capacity of 100 kilowatt, 150 kilowatt. So this is something which we have just started doing it. We'll be doing it at 12 locations to begin with. Lucknow will be one. So Lucknow Janeshwar Mishra Park, we are putting up these chargers. In Hyderabad, we are putting up in the airport and the Madhapur. Delhi, we have done at 2 locations. On the Delhi-Chandigarh highway, at the Karnal, we have one of the other first location was in Delhi-Chandigarh highway, and the Karnal will be setting up in Bangalore. And then it will be also coming up in the Phoenix Mall in Mumbai. So you'll find those kind of chargers which will be very, very useful for in general, all the people, and to all of you particularly very convenient. And since we believe in tomorrow, we are bringing these kind of products. It is very costly product. It is not currently available in India, but the objective is that we showcase this product and we encourage the local OEMs to start manufacturing similar kind of a product, which becomes more accessible and more user friendly. So that's our thought process behind this one. In fact, now I would like, kind of a freewheeling discussions. If we don't have any, do we have any structured agenda? But I think
after the brainstorm, we just wanted to speak to everybody, and if anybody has any feedback, any anecdote, or any experience to share,
yes,
we would be more than happy to listen to it, and also take inspiration so that we can continue to connect and empower.
Yeah, and also at the end of the I must admit that whatever we discussed in the first editions, we have not taken much action on many points which we discussed, but we'll be taking note of all the suggestions or any insights coming in, and we'll be sharing with you as a collective insights, and then we can exchange on the actionable ideas, how we can make it executed. Some of the insights could be useful for Aishwarya, as a research input for the future. Some of things could be useful for Rashi, that what are the pain points and which can be addressed with the battery. Some of those could be very good for the consumer itself, that what kind of a product is Rashi is bringing in, or Chandani is bringing in terms of product. So these are the things. So it's happy to hear from all of you. Yeah. So I think Himani had raised her hand. So let's start with Himani. Yeah, Himani. You're on mute, Himani.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, actually I have to rush for my meetings.
No problem.
So I have one feedback, like though we are the same EV users since last 3 years, and we are more than happy, and we have experienced both the charging, in-house charging also, at home slow charging and the fast charging. So one of the we can do the enhancement in the product in terms of, because I've seen that females usually face issues in terms of basically accessing the charger. And like I can connect this thing with a small experience that when we were going from Delhi to this thing, I think so, Jim Corbett. There, like, since I was along with my husband, we managed to charge our car and everything. But there was a lady who was actually driving the car who couldn't actually do the charging. So there, like, what we can do is just to educate the teams, basically to the basically the end user, because we consider them as very layman person. We can display or play some kind of a content video where we can demonstrate the steps in Hindi and in English. Okay, which includes your opening the charger. Okay, your basically doing all the connection, plus how to make the payments also. Because I've seen people are getting stuck in terms of making the payments using those applications and those wallets. So this is something is a practically like we have experienced, and it is not only once. I have seen so many times, like ladies are, especially ladies, they are facing a lot of issues. But I've seen, since like my husband is in that group where he is giving basically support to the people. He's the admin for EV group, Tata EV group. So I used to hear a lot on calls that this charger is not working, how we access it. Sometimes the payments people are doing on behalf of
Others.
somebody else. So this is where like end-to-end connectivity in terms of starting from how to log in, how to connect, how to pay. So if we can connect this thing in terms of video, in terms of some note in multiple language, that will definitely going to enhance and educate the end user, and it's going to make their life more simpler and easy in accessing those charges.
Excellent. So, Himani, thank you. And this is very, very useful because all the CPOs like us would be doing something in bits and pieces. But what you are
Okay.
suggesting is that, if it can be done as a holistic approach. So this is
Okay.
something, very easy to implement. So, we note your suggestions and we will definitely implement this in our network, definitely. And in fact, we will not only put for ourselves, but then also have our YouTube channel. We will also put this kind of a video on our YouTube channel and we through the
Exactly.
LinkedIn, so that
Okay.
the other CPOs also get benefited, users of the other CPO also get benefited. And by the way, just
Exactly.
for the information of the end users like you, is that we have a partnership with Static, where now you
Okay.
can access our chargers through either our app or
Static.
their
Okay.
app.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
you
Both
at
the
least now
apps we
you
can
have
consume.
you have at least
Okay.
one app requirement less. So either you can use our app or
that
you can
that is
use
also
the
another
Static app.
good
Yes.
collaboration where we can have a single app, and we
Yes.
can access multiple chargers using single app. Because today we have to have your Tata Neon, then you have Static, then you have other, like there are so many charger application you need in your mobile. So that is
So
also
we are,
really good
yeah, so
experience. Yeah.
we have taken that a step and gradually, and we'll be going one by one because
Yeah, yeah,
every time you
definitely.
integrate with the partners, there are certain technical challenges. So once it is stabilized, then we go to the next. So very well, so your point is valid. We have taken note and we'll definitely act on this one. This is very actionable. This is something which as a CPO, we must do it and we will do it. So thank you, Himani. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Probably I
Thank you.
might drop in between because I have to jump in other
No
EV
problem.
calls. Okay.
No problem.
Sorry for that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Swani, for joining us. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Yeah. So yeah. Hi, Pooja.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good. You are joining from the event place, or you have come back to your office?
I am just on the way. I've just left events and on en route.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for taking
Great.
time out and joining. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
And
Sucharita, right? How do you pronounce your name, Sucharita? I think am I pronouncing correctly?
Yeah,
Sucharita.
you are correct. You are correct. Yeah,
Okay,
Sucharita.
okay. Good. Yeah. So, who wants to go next?
I will.
Sir, I think, oh, sorry, Vijeta and I had put our hands up. So I just wanted to check if we were doing it or over to you, Vijeta. And I see Kriti, I think. But Tuhina, you can guide me if I can go next. Or
Yeah, please go ahead.
Please. Kriti,
sorry, I wasn't too.
Aishwarya, you can go ahead. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to connect with everybody. First of all, congratulations to brand GLIDA for completing 12 years of a trustworthy, impactful work. Many people mentioned before me, the brand video was very touching and very inspiring too. I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself and the work we do at OMI Foundation. I deeply regret not attending the first meeting, and I'm very glad that today's discussion worked very well for me. I am the executive director of OMI Foundation. It's a nonprofit social innovation and policy research think tank. We work on a variety of sustainable mobility and sustainable livelihood issues with union government and state government agencies. We work with city governments on their mobility transitions and help them think about creative ways to enhance sustainability, women-led development, and more in the country. One of the papers we recently published is a paper called EV Ready India, Feminizing EV Value Chains to Promote Women-Led Growth. This is very close to me because I started my journey in the mobility ecosystem as an entrepreneur almost a decade ago. I used to aggregate auto rickshaws before massive smartphone based aggregation of autos, as you see today. Back in Chennai, as a student of sociology, my thesis was on the lives of auto rickshaw drivers in Tamil Nadu, and that I had the opportunity to convert it into an enterprise. Over the years, I've learned that there are systemic and other sort of barriers that make mobility seem like a male dominated area, but it is so not true because of the very many measures that both the industry as well as the government are taking. For example, a couple of years ago, our finance minister announced during a budget speech that women would now be encouraged to work in the night shifts of factories also. So subsequently, we've had a few state governments notify certain changes to the Factories Act. Others are in the pipeline, and this is but a small change in, getting systematically securing better job opportunities for women in the country. Likewise, the measures that GLIDA and other organizations are taking to not only cater to women as consumers, but nurture and create an enabling environment for their active participation in the development of the service or the good is super appreciated. I would like to see how the very many aspects of the electric vehicle value chains, ranging from manufacturing and even before that, sourcing of raw materials, to transportation and logistics, to charging infrastructure setup, and so much more, can be further powered by women. So that's my brief introduction, and it is great to be part of this community. I look forward to also getting to know so many of you closely and finding ways for us to collaborate. Again, super thanks to Vijeta, Mr. Jha, Tuhina, and everybody else involved in making this community happen. So thanks again, and looking forward to hearing more from everybody in the room.
Thank you, Aishwarya, for such lovely insights and for us. Vijit, I believe you had something to share with us, please.
You're on mute.
Vijita, you're on mute.
Sorry. So this was actually in connection with what Himani had asked. I just wanted to update everyone that as GLIDA, we are already working to empower the users through creating the knowledge base for them, which would help them not only to understand e-mobility better, but also being able to use all the features of our app and also charge effectively on all the charging stations. So we are working on how to videos, which would really be giving a glimpses like how effectively you can charge. Then we are also working on the user manual and frequently asked questions. So we have compiled a whole lot of questions and the queries that come to us through our customer service desk. Basis that we are compiling all that knowledge base that would be easily available to the disposal of all the EV users. So this is the piece I wanted to add here.
Thank you, Vijeta. Thank you so much. And it's really really great to have this in place. And definitely this is going to further empower the end users. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yes. Who next? Rasi, we will come back to you at the last because you are I would say I mean I would like to conclude the discussions with your powerful pack.
Okay. Oh, okay, then I'll do one thing. I'll stay connected, but I'll just hop out for some work and come back, okay, when you're there. I'm staying connected, okay? Thank you.
Please. Yeah.
I
Priti.
would like to go next. Yeah, thank you so much. And I will also be on and off because of my working hours. And my house help is also not okay for the entire week. So good afternoon, wonderful ladies. Uh, Special thanks to GLIDA for the second edition, launching the second edition and receive the information for the third one as well. Super proud to be associated with all the powerful women across India and abroad also who will, through this platform. Very touching video, loved it. Especially the aspect of, daughter and father has been really beautifully touched in such a beautiful story. I will touch upon few points only. First is that when we talk about, touching upon Himani's point and what Vijeta has mentioned is really crucial. Not just, when we put down the board and for the female drivers to be, for them to be helpful, self-sufficient, but also when on the road we help each other. That is actual empowerment when we stand by each one of us, helping the women, that how we are able to really transition in that difficult time. And the second point is when we travel, like my hometown is Agra. So we frequently travel from Delhi NCR to Agra. Unfortunately, there are no chargers yet on the Yamuna Expressway till now. And it is really challenging because we have been using EV since like 3 years now. The journey has been beautiful, but whenever we encounter any challenge, because of course there is no fast charging available on the Yamuna Expressway, then by the time we reach Agra and my home, the battery is so drained out, literally drained out, and we find it very challenging, especially on the weekends. Sometimes, especially during Holi, one of the charging station is on the basement of a mall, which was closed, and the security guard didn't allow us to go and charge the vehicle. And by the time we had to go for the another station, the battery was so drained out that we have to tow the vehicle. So these are, on road challenges, which probably if the charging station is in the basement and all, the proper regulations that can be circulated and formulated around this would be really helpful. And not just Agra, but other cities as well. And especially during this time, while coming back, we faced a major challenge where uh, the um, the battery ran out, and while we were again, when we put the destination to another college where there was a charging station in Greater Noida, the guard did not allow us because they said there's a construction work going on, and there is construction material just in front of the EV station. You won't believe we had to go back, and just before reaching our house, 1 kilometer or hardly 800 meters away from our home, the battery totally drained out, and we were with the baby, and it was difficult to kind of, I would say, God's grace, we were just very close to our house, but we had to tow the vehicle to our parking where the charging happened. We went for the service station, and the battery got updated. There was a software which they said that, and the battery kind of dropped that time. So these are the basic challenges which we faced in the recent past 2 months. I would say if we can work on these aspects, would be really grateful, because if the charging station is showing available on the app, it should be available. It should not show that due to some construction material lying like sariya hai jaise wahan par. So even we were so desperate to get it charged that I could have picked up the construction material, but it was so difficult to convince the guard. He didn't even let us enter the college. So these led us in such a difficult space where we were only handling, and my husband was there on the road to tow the vehicle for 2 hours and all those things. So point is that definitely EV experience is great. I love driving the vehicle. I love going for drives by myself, and it's quite noiseless, and every person on the call will acknowledge this fact. Only these little things, if worked, it would be really great, because uh, when I took support from my neighbor, so they also talk about, because if there are 100,000 things good about EV, they will pick up one thing that, okay, it's a charging, got this thing, you were not able to charge, and all those challenges. So that is the only feedback. For first is for Agra, the Yamuna Expressway, if we can have only one even, and especially on the festival time, it gets really, really packed up. If we are leaving after 5 o'clock, then most of the charges would be busy or would not be working. And the second one is this, the charging. Wherever they're charging us on the app shows available, they should actually be available. Not that the someone parked their vehicle who's using a petrol or ice car or the construction thing. So yeah, that's the only thing. Great job, otherwise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kruti. I think, first of all, kudos to you, to your endurance, to your stamina, to your patience, that despite all these ordeals, you still believe in EV, still continue driving EV. So this is very, very encouraging for the overall sector. But you are right. We have been receiving similar complaints from many of the locations. Though we don't have anything currently at Agra, but at many other locations, particularly the locations which has a I would say the finite working hours. Let's say dealership locations, where during the night they close the shop, and the guard is normally trained not to let anybody enter. So we have been receiving this feedback, and as a policy, what we have been deciding that we'll be setting up the chargers on those locations which is generally 24/7 available, so that people do not have these accessibility issues. But still, a lot of work has to be done. I fully echo what you are saying, and we as a company engage with the university, the educational institutions, and now onwards, I will try to make this as a point also, that while I'm talking about the EV and the benefits with the students, it is also important that I should start engaging with the administration of the schools and universities, that whenever they have any chargers or any facilities created, they should also train the security guards and others that they should not disallow the EV user to come. Otherwise, what is the fun of having the charging stations inside the campus? So very well, very valid points. And again, once again, kudos to you that you are still being resilient, patient. So this is very positive for the sector. Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, that all the apps coming in one platform would be great, because we recharge through Geo, this thing, recharge station. But unfortunately, our 300 rupees got stuck. The recharge did not happen. And thankfully, the static charging, your charging has been really powerful, has been really smooth and ceaseless. So coming on one platform would be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Sucharita, you would like to go next? Share your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have much experience with that, but I'm completely quite happy with my vehicle right now. I'm having many facilities in Hyderabad. I could charge at 3 a.m. in the morning once when I was driving to airport. I could drive at 11 or 12%. I had to charge at a Chroma showroom. I charged at 3 a.m. in the morning. It was quite uncomfortable, and at present, I'm very happy. That's it. That's it from my side.
Okay. So you stay in Hyderabad, right?
Yeah, I stay in Hyderabad.
Good. So hope to see you on 25th when we are inaugurating formally our airport hub,
Yeah.
where we have 102 charging points.
I'll be busy in audit, I guess. I don't know. I'll plan somehow. I'll see you.
Okay. Okay. Good. I mean, I'll be happy if you will be there.
I'll try my best.
With biryani.
Definitely. If I come, we'll get that. I'll get that.
Yeah, biryani party from your.
You have to come to SPI in that case. You have to come to Banjara Hills, not far from Shamshabad, ma'am. You can come.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Pooja, I mean, if you can share your views, not necessarily as a representative of the OEM, but also as a person, that how do you, what are your views about EV runners? Yeah, Pooja.
Yeah, I'm listening to all the conversations, and I think one thing that comes up is the app. And app not only for all the chargers, but I think for a help perspective. So something has happened to Kriti. So then there is a support also for, and there is something that there which is available. So it is not only for charging purpose, it is a complete app which gives you a kind of support as well. So if she's stuck, then maybe what is the actions or where are the charges available next online, if people can guide. So, those are the things which I'm thinking is more the need of the hour, because we are putting up the infrastructure. Infrastructure will take time, everything will happen. But I think till the time those users are there, because like one of my classmates has bought an EV and he was having this range anxiety because he was traveling a trip to Agra, and he was writing in our school group. So, what is the support available at present while we develop the infrastructure and we come up? If something in the interim can be done for the users, that would be a very great thing.
Good. I think this is a very interesting perspective, that the one app or the one help is more from the point of view, because currently the people will be facing a lot of issues, and as it matures, obviously the people would get more familiar, and the issues will get resolved. So I think very valid point, Pooja, and we'll see that how this can be material, because I happen to be the chairman of the association also. So we will discuss in the association that if we can bring, on behalf of associations, if we can bring something like this, and where, because we are around 8 or 9 large charge point operators who has roughly close to around 10,000 charging points put together. So if we can bring in, I think association we should bring in. So good input, Pooja, and we'll work on this.
And also, sir, to add, we also have an app which is Pin app. So maybe, look at how all these apps can be integrated into one app which can be there. So like there are a lot of features which we have, so a lot of features which your app has. So all these, maybe the association takes that charge at how all these apps can come into one force for the user.
Sure, sure, sure. Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pooja. So, Dr. Rashi, now your turn has come. If you are there.
She's there.
There, just give me a moment. I am
Sure,
here.
sure.
Give me a moment, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yep. Yes. Now I can talk.
Yes,
Sorry.
please.
Okay, I've been listening to all the inputs and insights here. Something that I realized that can be done is also talking and like in your app. I mean, with the app or without the app, anywhere, like it was nice when she said that, you could have a video to actually how to use the charger. Okay, this way. Same way, one thing that can be done is from one of the experiences that I realized is when you are in an SOS level of your battery, what can be done to actually improve the condition of the battery at that very moment?
Okay.
Like, those are important aspects which you guys need to add to your content somewhere based on the vehicle also this would work, but there are certain general steps or methods which can help prolong your range by say 5, 10, 15% when you are at that SOS level. So when we are incorporating or making a content like this, we could actually even add such methodologies and tell, and if it's accessible on app, fine. If it's anywhere on a documentation near the charger or anything, I mean, I don't know how this would fit in, but if we can do that, uh, women specifically, because they get scared at the night. I mean, if it's night or anybody for that matter, even a man could get scared that
Yes,
how do I
yes.
deal with this next?
Yes.
I don't know. And when we are on the highways, we are on stuck somewhere. How do we deal with it? We really don't know at that point of time.
Yeah.
So that even if like she said, she had to get her vehicle towed for 2 hours, it took with the whole event that happened. So if we can, this would require a lot of work in behind the scenes. Okay, it's not going to be
Yes.
easy because
Yes.
vehicle to vehicle it will differ and battery manufacturer to manufacturer it will differ, but then some are basic points which can definitely prolong, can give you a 10% range extension at that moment to reach your next charger destination and then charge and get back to life. So this was something that I think we can really incorporate.
So this is very interesting, and I'll be, because this would involve a lot of understanding of the lot of technicalities, and you are the best person to guide us. Even though I personally believe that from the consumer's point of view, this becomes, or if this can be implemented either way, whether the integrated through the app or just by having a handbook, always available with the driver, because at least like in the aircraft, they have the SOPs.
Yeah.
That in a crisis, what
Exactly.
should you do? So if we can have that
Exactly.
kind of an SOPs, that if the SOC level is this, or this is the situations, what should you do, which can help you reach next 10
Exactly.
kilometer, 15 kilometer, 20 kilometers. So that will give a lot of comfort to the user. So on this particularly, Rashi, I will get in touch with you, and probably we might have a couple of coffee sessions to understand how this can be implemented. The technical part will be ultimately, it will require more time, but at least the operationalization of this, which we can do either through the app or through the documentation, which we can share as a leaflet to the end user so that they can always keep with the dashboard and which will be available there. So, this is very, very important. And this particularly, I have marked myself as an action item for me, not for the organizations, but this particular item is for me. The rest of the things I will pass it on to my team to work on, but then this I will particularly lead so that we reach to a logical conclusion on these ones. Very, very important.
Yeah, because this will
Good.
give some comfort at the last minute to the user, and this will also help more EV adoption to take place, whether it's a man or a woman. I'm not considering the
Yeah,
gender here at all, but this will help the EV adoption to actually, and all of us can reach our targets of the EV adoption that we're looking at. And it's ultimately our community that has to work together,
yeah,
whether they are battery manufacturers, vehicle manufacturers, charger manufacturers, operators, everyone. It's the community that has to collaborate on this.
good. No, good. It's very, very insightful, very interesting, and this is something which is the objective of this particular forum, that we have these kind of insights which we can take certain actions, and I'm not boasting that we can solve all problems, but even if as a group we can solve even one problem in a finite time, this will be very, very helpful for the entire stakeholder. So I think if anyone has anything further to add, otherwise I'll request Poshika to share the thank you note.
I have one more point
Yes,
regarding
please.
the movie that you showed. It was very nice, very emotionally touching. But are you planning a series on this? Because this, it was quite abrupt to the end. I'm not sure what your marketing plan is further, but uh, I think it should smoothen out towards the end a bit,
Okay.
as saying that it is just the beginning of a new era, or I don't know. I mean, this was just thinking loud. It is a
Okay.
nice movie. I mean, I literally had my eyes wet when I saw this whole thing. It was quite connecting and emotionally there, but I found it a little abrupt there.
Okay.
What next?
Fair enough. Good feedback.
Yeah. Thank you.
As of now, we don't intend to have any series of this, but then we will definitely take this feedback, and we will work on this, that how this can be made more smoothened there at the end. Yeah. I think Kanishka had joined. So Kanishka, welcome. You have joined probably at the right time, I would say, because we were about to close. So I think it is good to have you so that we can continue it for more time. So Kanishka, if you can share your views, your insights, your challenges, or your experience you would like to share with us in this forum. Yeah, Kanishka, are you?
Yes, yes. Hi. Yes. Sorry, I'm just having connectivity issues. Could you repeat yourself, please?
So I'm saying that you have joined at a very opportune time, in the sense that we were about to close it, but then you have just joined. So I think for the benefit of all, if you can just introduce yourself, and then you can share your thought, your views, your suggestions, any challenges, any experience you would like to share with the larger group.
Sure. So myself, Kanishka, this side. So I work as the operations head for Highway Delight, based out of Mysore.
Yeah, and you can share your experience as well. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I'm little outside, so I don't think it is right. A lot of disturbance here.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. So Kanishka, just to brief you that for last 1 hour we discussed. I mean, you missed. We released, or we premiered our brand film, which will be, in any case, you'll be receiving through the email, and we were discussing about, and we were hearing the different insights, different suggestions from the different stakeholders, which you can see on the screen. And we have identified certain action points which will be keeping you posted, that how far we have reached on that action points. And before closing, I'm requesting Poshita to, offer thank you to all. But then, as a part of the continuation of this initiative, since the last two editions have been online, what we have decided that the next time we will meet, and we will meet on 9th of September. That is the World EV Day. And this will be in-person interactions. We would, I mean, in the invitation mail for this event, you already have been notified, but you'll be receiving a separate email also, invitation also for that physical event. And I'm conscious of the fact that many of you have been joining from outside Delhi NCR. We are beginning this physical meeting from Delhi NCR. The intent is to have at least one in 1 quarter in a different part of India. So we might start with Delhi NCR, and then we might go to Mumbai, then Bangalore, to Chennai, so that the people of that geography also can easily join. So we'll start with, and we have not decided on the venue of the night, but it will be in-person meeting. And I expect all of you to be there so that, we have a good, fun, I would say, meeting in person. All right. Yeah, Poshita, if you can just.
So thank you so much. First, so I want to thank each and every person who took out the precious time and to be with us today for the second edition of Connect and Empower. Your presence and perception today, I would say, has been it has contributed to a very enriched discussion and a very fruitful one there. And together, we are fostering a strong community of women voices who are shaping the future of electric vehicles in India. And we all know that how, like Sir mentioned, that these discussions, we're going to come back on the points which are open, and these points will be taken further to the forum. Now at GLIDA, we remain committed to amplifying women's voices and breaking down barriers within the ecosystem of EV, and building strong voices and connections. So, like Sir said, that we cordially invite you next time for a physical meet, which will be on 9 September, as everybody has been notified, and the details will be shared closer to the event. Also, furthermore, I request each one of you to please join our Connect and Empower LinkedIn group. It's a beautiful community where everyone can put in their thought process. We can be a strong and close community and be connected with each other and keep sharing what new things which we are doing, something new initiatives that we can take, because every mile begins with a single step. So that's how we should nurture this beautiful community which all of us are putting in so much effort into. So thank you for empowering us, and we look forward to seeing you at physical meetup on World EV Day. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to add 2 points here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so one is to answer the question of Dr. Rashi. Um, when we were conceptualizing this video, we had um, the thought in the mind about the optimism, courage, and resilience that the early adopters of EV have shown. They went for a new technology because they believed into it. So through this video, we wanted to give the regard to them, to the optimism they had shown for establishing the electric into mainstay. So we wanted to build on that theme. Although what you said, we understood, and we would be working on that. We'll also collect more feedback and build some holistic feedback about it. So that was one aspect. Second, in GLIDA, we have a business leader who makes us feel, thank God it's Monday. We don't say, thank God it's Friday. So the day when we would be reaching that stage within this community, the whole purpose of forming this community would be successful. Every Monday we come with looking forward to the surprise element. We don't know what topic he would be discussing in the Monday morning meetings. Sometimes it's psychological safety, sometimes it's how our weekend had been. So he's not focused towards what we had achieved in the last week. Rather, it's very optimistic. We are always talking about building the connection and interest within the team and passing that positive energy to the EV community and the users so that they can increase the word of mouth towards um, building confidence within the users or the EV enthusiasts. So I feel through this community and through this group of lovely ladies, we want to nurture that and reach that stage where we are able to encourage more and more people to be a part of this community as well as to go towards electric with full confidence.
Thank you.
I just have a small request to everyone. If we can switch on our video so that we can take like a small clip and just celebrate this moment once again.
With the V sign. Between my name is Victory. Got it?
I think yes, I have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. I think there's some
Thank
balloons
you
also.
so
Thank
much.
you all.
Thank you once again,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's just
and
for me.
have
The
Bye,
balloons
Jean.
are for me.
a-
Bye.
Thank you so much and have a
Thank
happy
you,
weekend.
everyone.
Thank you so much for taking our
Thank
time and
you.
joining us here today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Happy weekend.